Hi, and welcome back to McCluckin. Still haven't done much with my garden. Yesterday we called 24 chickens with a friend of ours. Myself, Tracy Hall, her daughter Victoria, and Patty from church. She raised the meat birds for us, so we called 24 of them, and we split up the amount of chickens that we caught. We brought home based on the amount of chickens that we paid for. I brought home 9. Patty, since it was her house, she had 9. And then Tracy and her daughter got 6 because they only paid for 10. Patty and I both paid for 15. My sheep are in there. That's one, that's the other. They're in their pen. I need to come out here and clean up their pen today. They've pooped everywhere. I'm fine with that. One of my clips came off. I need to re-put that one up there to help hold on to the fabric. But I've already fed them. They have salt in there. They have some grain in there. Well, no, they ate all the grain. But they have their minerals in there. Filled up that bucket and this one over here because, well, I should say I topped off the blue one and filled up that one because they were drinking out of that one apparently. I filled up their pool water this morning for the ducks. The Betty is still here because Betty is aggressive, and the hens that we have left to process, they're meat birds, so they're pretty tame. And I know that Betty, my brown chicken, my brown hen, would just go in there and harass them and probably kill one, knowing her, because she is really, really mean. So we're just going to process her possibly on Friday. I've got a gauge tester for pressure counters. I am busy scheduling somebody to put her on my schedule to test her gauge for her pressure counter up here because that's all part of being a master food preserver. We test pressure gauges, and I have thusly been trained to test pressure gauges. So I've got the equipment this week to test her gauge. And I asked Patty if she knew anybody else that needs their gauge tested this week. So trying to get that going. All 3 of my ducks are just sitting there because, yeah, it's going to get, they're trying to remain cool. I still need to put a tarp or a shade cloth over their chicken coop. You can tell that Betty is inside the coop because my ducks are out here. So is one of my leghorns. My other one is just sitting over there. My white leghorns will be going to Lakeisha King today just to get them out of the garden so I can go in there tomorrow and work in my garden. But that's what's going on today. I didn't make a video yesterday because we were busy with the meat birds yesterday, but that's what's going on. Oh, and I've got to show you something very exciting. Remember I told you I had to replant my beans? Well, guess what? They're actually coming up now. So I guess it was the beans that I planted first did nothing. But look at all this goodness. Those are all beans. What, baby? My sheep are... I mean, yes, I've got some gorgeous beans coming up here. So I'm very excited about it. Some of them, like that one, look like this one here is trying to come up. This one here, so far, nothing has come up. But yeah, I am pleased with the amount of beans that I've got coming up. Even there and there. Look at that beauty. And this one right here. So, and there. Nothing has come up in this one yet. But I'm quite pleased with the amount of beans I am getting. Even one down there. See it? So yes, I'm quite pleased with the amount of beans I'm getting. My strawberries are all, well, I'm not going to say all, but I do have some inside still. Some strawberry crowns for the ones that haven't come up yet. Like this one right here is struggling. But I did water them all this morning. I have enough to replace the ones that did not survive and also to do a round to the bottom. So tomorrow I'm going to come out because Betty is too heavy to fly over the fence. So, and today I'm getting rid of the leghorns. So I can come out here and plant this bed. Take the cage off that one tomorrow. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this bed. Do I need more green beans? Probably not. So I can probably, that is not a bean plant. I did the Google lens yesterday and it says that is not a tomato plant. That is an invasive weed. I mean, that is not a bean plant. It is an invasive weed, so I'm going to have to pull it up and then probably plant tomatoes in this one here since my beans are coming up. I'm very excited about that. I might plant pinto beans in this one, not sure. Or I could just do squash. I still have some more circular beds that I need to get put together. My asparagus is doing good. I will probably dig them up and either put them up there or right there between the two. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. So everything is looking good out here. Even my tomatoes over here that I planted, these are looking good too. They're all surviving. My friend Tracy and I, we pulled up all the T-posts. I had 4 on each bed. And then I had 4 more T-posts out here. So this is going to be my pumpkin and my watermelon patch. Still need to order the super poop I'm going to put out here, as well as going by and picking up the soil that I plan on putting out here. Still need to bring over my 2 big bags of soil I have over there that I'm going to be just setting up over here for mini pumpkins for my grandson. But yeah, it's finally coming together. It's looking really good. Like I said, my tomatoes that I put out here are doing great. So I am very happy with that. And it appears that I've got, this one's got blooms on it already. Look at there. I'm proud of that. Happy with that. So does this one. These are all Roma tomatoes that I have planted out here. This one right here is a sweet potato slip that I had planted. I had planted 2 over here in this bed, 1 on either side, and something came along and ate them. I'm not sure if it's a mouse or a gopher or what, but I do have live traps, and I have a couple of mice traps I can use. And this one over here survived too. So I'm proud of that. I still have more slips I can plant, so yay. But yeah, it's finally looking more like a garden. My tomatoes over here are doing good, but I need to get that cage off of them. I can't do that until I get rid of the leghorns. Got flowers there and there. Those are not poppies though. But yeah, I still need to plant my big tree right there in that corner, but that's like a tomorrow project. Still have plenty of T-posts left over that I plan on planting out here and just trellis up my tomatoes and string kitchen twine along, around the T-post and just have my tomatoes trellised up that way. Like I said, those are all Roma tomatoes, which I'm hoping for a really good crop this year. And I'm very pleased by how my beans are doing. I came out here yesterday. I was like, yes, very happy. My purple basil is coming up nicely. My marjoram, my basil, my borage, my sage here, it looks like it's making a comeback. Because remember the leghorns were getting up here and eating it? There's a whole stem. There's a stem right there and a stem right there that they totally ate the leaves off of. So, and I am getting a gimbal for help stabilize my camera, my cell phone and my camera. But I am waiting to see if they have one discounted for Prime Days, which starts tomorrow. So it's the 23rd, the 24th, and the 26th, I think. Check it out. And if you've never seen an asparagus berry, there it is right there. So that means that this plant here is a female plant. Each berry it's poisonous, so I don't want birds in here eating it. That's why they're over there. But each berry, when it turns like a red, a really vivid red, you can pluck it off of here, and each one has 5 or 6 asparagus beans in it, and you can actually dry out the seed and use it and plant it in, and you can actually grow your own asparagus crown from the seeds in these berries. I already got a lot of seeds, a lot of berries from 2 years ago that I have not dried out and saved the seeds from, but I do have the berries still. So I plan on pulling out my females here. That one's a male because you don't see any berries on it. But this one right here is a female, and so is these 2 down here are females. So I want to pull those out. I'll probably put like a sticker or something around the base of them. That way when I get ready to transplant them, I will know which one is female, which one is male. Males will not have the stickers on them, but the males are the one that produces the asparagus stalks. So you want those. You want the males in your bed. And in this bed here, I've got purple and green asparagus. All the green asparagus crowns that I bought were all male. The purple ones, the Jersey Night, those are the green ones that I bought. The purple ones had a mix of male and female. So, yeah, we don't want the females. One of my hens, leghorns, is right over there. The other one is still inside the coop laying eggs. And my sheep are coming out. I already fed them, already watered them. But yeah, they will greet me there at the gate in the morning and at night when it's their feed time. Well, I'm going to go back in the house now because I am still exhausted from yesterday. I still need to come out here and rake up all my weeds that I'd pulled up. But yeah, it's starting to look more like a garden, which I am very, very proud of. And I have to rake up things like this because I've been giving my birds greens when they're all over here. I need to put up that solar light. I need to clean up this area because my raspberry plants did not survive. I had one over there and one over here, and they did not survive for whatever reason. I don't know why. And I need to fill in all these little holes around here too. And I need to put up that light there too. I can probably add more solar lights out here for my garden so I can keep an eye on it. But that's going to be another day. And I need to break down that coop right there and just keep the red coop for my ducks. My fig tree is doing really, really good. Look at all these leaves it's putting out. I'm very proud of that. My car orange tree is getting eaten by something. See how it's torn up there? But the green, the growth, I probably need to fertilize it too some. So I'll do that tomorrow probably. I should have some fertilizer in that coop there, in that greenhouse there. And I still need to go through all this stuff that is in my greenhouse. It is jam-packed with stuff. My sewing table is in there somewhere, but I need to go through that and clean it out. That way I can start my fall plants in there and not have to worry about bunny rabbits or whatever, or even squirrels getting in there. So that's going to be another day project. But first, I've got to do more important things like cleaning up out here, getting the rest of my garden planted, and taking this thing here apart. It served the purpose, but was it worth nearly the $500 I paid for it? No, it was not. It was not. But I need to go in there and clean it up. Because you can see I was giving my chickens meat too. That is a meat bone, a chicken bone there. And another one there. But they pooped all over the place in here and they made me some good soil. So I just let it, once I had them out of here, I just let it compost. And I even gave them some chicken there. I mean, not chicken, but corn, leftover corn on the cob. So I need to get those out of there. But I really need to clean up this pen, break it down, and there's my hen. She's laying an egg. Let me see if mother hen's laying an egg. I got this. You girls already been fed. And Betty just came out to greet me. She says, "Who's in my coop?" But I want to see if she's laid an egg in here for me yet. No chicken eggs yet. I need to put more hay in there for them. Excuse me, alfalfa. There's a egg right there. Hang on. See it right there? That is a Betty egg. Like, yay. And I don't see my other leghorn. Oh, there's one there and there is one up there. So, yeah, that's good. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. You've already been fed. So yeah, that's what's going on today. And today I go down the hill and get my grandson. I am not naming my lambs. They are twins. But I'm not naming them because they're going to be going to market for me. By going to market, I mean that they are for meat. So I am not trying to get attached to these two. Would I love to have a female sheep in here and raise her up and then use her for breeding? Yes, I would love to do that. That's actually what I've been thinking about. But not this year. We're not going to do that this year. I'm going to be keeping 1.5 sheep, 1.5 lamb once they're butchered and processed, and the other half is going to be going to Tracy and her daughter for coming out here. And to be honest, Victoria and Tracy did most of the work, so I'm giving them half a sheep, half of, for the meat. So there is that. So that's good. A sheep, a lamb and a half should keep me for a year. So I'm thankful that we've got sheep this year. We've got lamb. As you can see, they're getting more used to me. And I was actually able to pat that one on the nose. So they're getting used to me. They're pretty tame, which I'm thankful for. They're beautiful sheep. They're beautiful lambs, but they are for meat. So they're about 5 months old, I believe, but they're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? And I did talk to the couple that had them, that was selling them, and I am going to be getting more, like 2 more next year. Probably about the same time I got these in June, after the San Bernardino County Fair, because they work with, I believe, the 4-H that raises them. I believe the woman is an agricultural teacher, so we're going to be getting sheep from them. So that's a good thing. I've got all that hay there still. And Tracy lent me her big pail there and her trash can. The trash can there has got their grain as well as mealworms for my birds. And then that right there has got the minerals for my sheep. Oh, and I'm also going to be getting my minerals in today, supposedly. Or is it tomorrow? But yeah, got 25 pounds of minerals coming in, so that's good. So yeah, it's going to be getting hot here again soon. So I desperately need to get this broken down. I need to get the rest of my garden planted. So thank you for joining us today. If you're new here and you like this content, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And it does help me out in the long run. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so, because I'm growing food. I am growing my own food. I am raising my own meat, and I am helping others by paying them to raise meat birds for me. But, I do go over there and we do. Get your head back in there, young lady. Get your head back in there. Thank you. I don't want you getting stuck. Maybe I need to put some wiring, like chicken wire or something over this, so they can't stick their head through there. Don't want them to get stuck there. But yeah, that's what they're doing. They're sticking their head through these panels. See how tame they are? They're beautiful. But yeah, that's what I've got planned for the rest of the week, is gauge testing, pressure gauge testing, because I've got the equipment this week to do it. And just taking care of my animals, feeding them, watering them, keeping them happy, and planting the rest of my garden. My grandson's coming up today, this afternoon. We're going to go down and pick him up because his mama works for Amazon and it's Prime Days, so she's working 5 days a week, mandatory for the next 2 weeks. Her husband is working some mandated 6 days a week, 12-hour days, because that warehouse that burned down in Tracy, California, he works for that company, and everybody's getting mandated extra days and extra hours. So, like I said, having my grandson this week and next week for 5 days is good. Gives us a chance to love on them, snuggle with them some more. But after Prime Days are over, my daughter can, for the next 2 weeks, I think she cannot change it for like 6 weeks, but after the next 2 weeks, this week and next week, we'll go down again to 4 days a week. And then like 4 weeks after that, we'll only be getting him like maybe for an overnight visit or 2 days at the most, because she and her husband are staggering their schedules. That way they can spend more time with their baby, which is what they need. They need it and their baby needs it, you know. Their baby needs more mom and daddy time. And, you know, it's their baby, it's what they want, and yeah, it's their decision. It's what they're doing, which is good for them. You know, they're a young family. They've only got one baby. So yeah, that's what's going on. I would share pictures of my grandson, but I'm respecting his mama's decision not to have him on social media or on Facebook or anything. It's, you know, it's their baby. I am abiding by their decision. However, I am going to be sending pictures of him, of the grandbaby, to his other set of grandparents, letting them know how he's doing and stuff, because they're over in Arizona. They miss their grandson. They've got another grandson there with them. Their other son has a baby that's 6 months older than my grandbaby. I should say our grandbaby, but we only have one grandbaby. So spending this time with him it's wonderful for us. And yeah, that's where we're at. So, yay, a buddy egg. My other hens are in here busy laying eggs, so that's good. I can probably take some eggs down to my daughter and her husband. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing this week. Stay tuned for more exciting videos. I will probably post a short video about how my lambs react when I bring them out food this evening. But yeah, my grandson is loving being around these animals. He doesn't know where to look when I bring him out to see the sheep or the ducks, because he likes them both. So I'm proud of my grandson for liking this. I am showing my grandson where his food will come from, because yes, he gets eggs from my ducks and my chickens. He eats those, and he's going to get some lamb also when I butcher them, or have Saul, the butcher, come out and take care of it and get the meat processed down the hill. But that's where we're at. I am very happy that I get to share my garden and my animals with my grandson. When I was his age, I had no idea where my food came from, because military brat, you know, you go to the commissary, you get your food there. And that's what I grew up with. My great aunt Ruth, she had chickens that she would have me go in there and get the eggs when I would visit her. And I was scared to death of the chickens. Honestly, scared to death of them. So I would not get the hens off their eggs, off their nest when they were broody. Because, yeah, I was scared of them. I did not want to be pecked. But now I can just pick up my hens and go, yeah, You know, I don't care how bad you think you are, I'm getting that egg. So, yeah, I am giving my grandson a lesson every time I come out here with him. He likes my sheep, he likes the ducks, and hopefully he'll be, once he starts walking, he can come out here to the garden and help me pick fresh vegetables and have it for dinner, while he's up here visiting me. And we'll also be taking vegetables down to my daughter and her husband and my son and his wife if they want some too. But yeah, my daughter, I did have gardens when she was growing up, but they weren't as productive as it is going to be this year because I was working. But she would come out here and she'd say, "Mom, is that flower edible?" And I'd say, "Yes." And she'd pluck it off and eat it. She would come out and say, "Mom, is that tomato ready?" And she'd steal a tomato off of a tomato plant, which I am very proud of. She's a very healthy eater. She loves her fresh produce. But yeah, they went to the grocery outlet. She went to the grocery outlet and paid like $2.29 for a small head of iceberg lettuce. Yeah, that's got to change. I am trying to save them money that way whenever they get ready to sell the place they're in that they're actually fixing up. When they get ready to sell it, they'll have enough of a nest egg to actually put down a deposit on something good. But I'm trying to save my family money by growing my own produce. And then with all the tomatoes, I am canning them. Well, I will be canning them as in, marinara sauce and stuff that my family can use. Because both my kids enjoy cooking. And yeah, I'm trying to save my family money by growing produce, raising lambs, raising ducks for the eggs. And yeah, they're getting what I produce, which is good. Because prices have skyrocketed. It's outrageous what they want to charge for food now. The gas prices are the gas prices are outrageous. But, I'm trying to save them money where I can. So that's why I've got like 34 tomato plants. I still need to plant quite a few. I have some at the community garden, but I'm not going to be putting much out there at the community garden until we get the darn squirrels taken care of. Because, yeah, if they go around and eat a 24-foot row of beans, those beans are actually coming back, thankfully, as you've seen my other video. But, yeah, besides growing food here at home and at the community garden, I am helping my family out as much as I can. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. I know this is a bit long video, but I didn't make one yesterday. Thanks a lot. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. So, have a good day, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. Happy gardening. Bye-bye.